Us here on 13 Sunrise at 6 o'clock. I'm Julia, along with Julia, who is back in house. Nice to have you. And Chuck Lofton, who is also back. So nice to be back with you. Hope you had a great weekend. We certainly kind of had a mixed bag of weather, didn't we?
Got an extra hour of sleep.
Loved it.
Yes.
So loved.
Unless you watched the Colts game last night.
But you lost it and went
got
to
to
bed
bed
angry.
about midnight. But I'll tell you, we've had so much going on this weekend with Taylor Swift and everything. Now we can focus on getting rain, and we need it obviously desperately. I want to show you something. See this? It's raining downtown. How about that? Raining downtown in Indianapolis right now, and boy, do we need it. Let's show you some other pictures where it's raining right now. This is a look at downtown Carmel. There's the Center for Performing Arts, the Palladium, and some very light mist and drizzle have been moving through. And this is a look at Tipton, where it was raining just a few minutes ago. How bad do we need rain? Well, as we've been mentioning for months, our drought continues. We haven't had any here officially. To our west, the past 24 hours, some significant rain in St. Louis, 1.25 inches, a little under 1/10 of an inch in Chicago, but that line is moving toward us. In fact, here we go with this rain in the downtown metro area, moving through downtown near Carmel, Noblesville. Some very light rain and drizzle near Coatesville and Bainbridge this morning. Here's the heavier stuff, and you guys have been really getting some heavy rain this morning from Fowler to Remington, from Rensselaer all the way up to Chicago. Monticello, you've had some much needed rain there. Logansport and Denver and Peru all seeing some drizzle this morning as well. Now, what we need is some rain. You know, we were talking about these election day statistics. I'll talk more about that right now. It's 64 in Indianapolis. It is 64 in Greenfield right now. We'll have a high of 74, and we'll have a timeline for rain in just a few minutes, but it is good to see at least some rain falling out there, Lindsay.
You know, yeah, it's kind of a bummer on a Monday morning, but we need it. So
yeah, we do need it.
We will take it. And real quick, wanted to get you out to the traffic center here. On the northeast side, we've got this stalled semi that's in the travel lanes of I-465 westbound, just west of those I-69 ramps. So traffic merging around that. That is blocking, again, one travel lane. So traffic is still relatively light on the northeast side, but once that starts to pick up, I do anticipate delays if that doesn't clear. So we'll keep you posted on that. And again, a reminder, as Chuck's been mentioning, we've got the rain coming down here, 65 up in Lafayette. Be on the lookout for some wet pavement, not just in this area, but throughout the metro this morning as well.
All right, Lens, thank you. Well, right now we're a little over 24 hours away from polls opening for Election Day in Indiana and, of course, across the country.
So tomorrow, Hoosiers will head to voting centers to cast their ballot on several key elections, including president, the governor, and several state races.
Since early voting started in October, there have been more than 1 million Hoosiers who have already cast their ballot. Just this weekend, early voting locations had long lines, a couple of hours at time ahead of the deadline for early voting, which is today.
So let's get to Matthew Foltz, who's joining us this morning on what voters need to know before they head to the polls. Good morning, Matthew.
Yeah, good morning to you both. I actually just heard back from Marion County election officials. They tell me the updated total as far as how many people have voted early in Marion County is now 132,000, which has surpassed the 2020 voter turnout numbers. And in fact, I'm not sure if you can see over my shoulder, but there's a handful of voters here at the City County building already here at 6 a.m. and doors don't open here until 8 a.m. Now, last night our crews stopped by the City County building to check out and see how voter turnout was. It was open until 10 p.m. for voters to cast their ballot. It was the only location open that late, and still many people were filing in. Election officials we spoke with say they were prepared for the large number of crowds and long lines coming out this weekend with extended hours. And some voters we spoke with last night say the process was pretty smooth and simple.
The process was easy, it was smooth, it does not take a long time, and I'm glad that they extended the hours here at the City County building because Marion County voters deserve it.
And again, if you want to vote here in Marion County, you can only do so here at the City County building that opens again at 8 a.m. and runs until noon. And for our voters in Hamilton County and Hancock County, if you want to vote today, those same times apply, 8 a.m. to noon at Hamilton County Fairgrounds and at the Noblesville Judicial Center, and then the Hancock County Public Library in Greenfield. Of course, we do have all that information for you on our website at WTHR.com. Ladies.
Thank you, Matthew. Can't believe those people are out there 2 hours early. Well, we do want to get you prepared for some of the lesser known items you may find on the ballot when you head to the polls. One of them is a constitutional amendment. So it asks, quote, shall the Constitution of the state of Indiana be amended to remove the state superintendent of public instruction from the list of office holders who shall discharge the powers and duties of the governor if the office of the governor and lieutenant governor are both vacant? So, what does this question mean? Well, the question comes down to the designated survivor list. So that is, who could act as governor or lieutenant governor if that office is vacant? The question asks if the position should be removed from that list or not. That position is no longer an elected position. So Jennifer McCormick was the last to hold the position, but she is now running for governor on the Democratic ticket.
Tomorrow we'll, of course, have election coverage for you and all the national races and the top contests here in central Indiana. We'll have that for you here on Channel 13 and also airing on our WTHR Plus station. This is free. You can download that on your Amazon Fire TV stick and Roku device.
Right now, we're working to find out what led to a deadly crash on the city's north side. Our crews got to the scene just after this happened Sunday afternoon on 51st Street near Michigan Road in Indianapolis. Right now, we know one person is dead and 3 others are being treated, including a child, for their injuries. Crash scene investigators say one of the vehicles collided with the other while it was turning in the opposite direction. This morning, we're also digging for new details after a juvenile was shot at a house party on the Far East Side. So police were called here to 13th Street near Post Road just before midnight after those shots were fired. Officers found a house party with dozens of teens there, and as we said, one of them was shot. Medics rushed that teen to Riley Hospital. We know that they are expected to be okay, but we're still trying to figure out what may have led to this shooting, if police have any suspects or a possible motive.
Well, in just a few hours, 13 News will be back in the courtroom for the Delphi murders trial. On Saturday, jurors saw video taking them inside one of the toughest prisons in the state. So this is the prison where Richard Allen, who is on trial right now for killing Abby Williams and Libby German, was once housed. The defense used the videos to show jurors the harsh conditions Allen was subjected to at Westville Correctional Facility. Our team will be back in court today, of course, and have updates throughout the day here on Channel 13.
Well, while it was an amazing weekend for Taylor Swift fans here in Indy, for some it was pretty frustrating. 13 News talked with a family of fans actually scammed not out of their tickets, but out of their Airbnb rental. Friday night, Jessica Prosperi made her daughter's dream come true with tickets to the Taylor Swift Eras Tour. She says the entire weekend went smoothly until they got to their Airbnb after the show. So Jessica booked her Airbnb inside of the Penn Street Tower apartment back in February, or so she thought. But when she wasn't able to check in until after the concert. So when they got there, they quickly learned that there was a mistake and it was someone else's apartment.
So I just tried to open the door. It was unlocked. I walked in, my daughter's right behind me. The lights are off, except for in the bathroom. I can see that there's shoes on the ground, and it looks like the bathroom was like used. And I'm like, okay, this seems really weird.
Well, we talked with the owner of the apartment, and he told us this is the first time that something like this has happened. We did try to reach out to the property company, DTP Property Solutions, about who listed that person's apartment as an Airbnb, but the line was disconnected. That mom, Jessica, says that she hasn't heard from DTP since Friday. The family tells us they were able to get some support through Airbnb, but they won't be able to get a refund until later this week. And they coughed up some serious cash for that hotel they had to book.
And you know what? They're so lucky that that wasn't someone who was going to be freaked out. And
that would have scared me so bad. Yes, someone walking into my apartment.
Into your apartment. So glad that has at least ended okay for them right now. Well, 3 nights of Taylor Swift, all here in Indianapolis, downtown at Lucas Oil Stadium.
So back-to-back crowds breaking attendance records. Check out these fans. Oh yeah, it was quite a weekend with fans from all over the country taking over the Circle City for a little bit.
Such happiness. I loved it. So Sia New Yorker has been looking over how this weekend went of those concerts now that they're wrapped up. Good morning, Sia.
Good morning, Julia. Good morning, Jalea. It was an amazing weekend from everything that we've heard here in downtown Indy. And look, They've got me as an honorary Swiftie. I've got the friendship bracelets from our colleagues. But listen, this concert, the 3 nights of sold out concerts here at Lucas Oil Stadium, hit a record. 69,000 fans packed the stadium. Taylor Swift herself announcing it at her concerts. Listen, several made appearances over the 3 nights, including Indiana Fever star Caitlin Clark, who posted about the experience on social media. Swifties say it is a bittersweet moment as this is the final U.S. stop. Many telling 13 News this was a once-in-a-lifetime moment.
Insane. Good. I wish it was like it would restart. We flew in from Minnesota. Literally, we booked everything at 10:30, got on a flight and flew because it's that amazing.
I did see the Eras Tour one other time, but tonight it was just like amazing. Like everything was just so much bigger and better, and the lights, and it was just super fun.
Now we know that more than 200,000 Swifties flooded our city, spending money, eating, shopping local. We are still waiting for official numbers. We'll talk about some of the impact to businesses coming up on Sunrise at 6:30. Reporting in downtown Indy, Sia New Yorker, 13 News.
All right, thank you, Sia.
Well, this morning, the Colts suffering a deflating loss against the Vikings in prime time.
So Dominic Miranda is live this morning from Minnesota, joining us with the Colts wake-up call at 6:45.